I don't know anything about BTS. I don't even know what BTS stands for. But Olivia, you gotta keep both eyes open tonight. Both wide. Because from what there's a lot of people. A lot of people are talking and...
Yo, come on, man. I can't have shit in this house.
It is so hard to be this pretty. God.
So growing up an only child, I had a difficult time understanding what incest was and why it was wrong. And that sparked the beginning of my relationship with my uncle.
Go! Yeah!
Mickey Mouse pose. She has a wonderful Mickey impression.
Oh my goodness! They do what?
Mickey wants to get ready or something.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! There's something about using men's cologne that just makes me feel so powerful. It's kind of like, sometimes I'll be out and about and I can smell a man's cologne next to me and I'm like, we use the same kind. We use the same kind. College will kill you. Then they'll say, oh, don't worry, it's fine, you're being dramatic, our system's not a scam. And then, after you graduate, they'll send you a little ad in the mail of a bunch of frames that you could choose from to put your graduation photos in. And ironically, those frames look like frames that you would put people who recently died in. Why is his tassel framed? Is that all that's left of him?
I need to know how to stitch.
Oh, don't worry, I'll teach you a few things. Look how red I am. I can teach you all kinds of things, Mr. Afton. You just say a place and time and I'll be there. Maybe there's some things that you could teach me too. I'm 44 minutes into Return to Zootopia, a fan-made film. It lasts 2 hours. If anything, it's not that bad. The jokes land. The storyboards are storyboarding. If anything, it's tasteful. Judy and Nick just started dating and he got her flowers, and he had to do extensive research to make sure that she wasn't allergic to the flowers. Men don't do it like this anymore these days! Jojo, this haircut looks great on you. You look fantastic. But now you gotta be a little bit aware. Alright? As a white woman with this haircut, if you get in an argument with a POC, prepare for that K word to come in. Especially if you're wearing sunglasses that day, because you're sitting You ask a BYU student if they're racist or not, and they respond with an essay portion. They go into detail. There's no text box. It's a true or false, yes or no. Why are you pausing to take it? Why are you looking around before you answer? No, it's not a bad take. It's an honest one. There are so many white vegans who consistently target people of color for eating their cultural food, especially indigenous people. Especially on this app, and they're like, you don't need to eat that, you can eat this instead, here's a supplement. No, I'm not eating chicken adobo that's made of tofu. I'm eating the real thing, okay? Having your eyes being your best feature, and with all of these masks and stuff, is a blessing. It really is. Imagine if, I don't know, my cheekbones were just really... And then I'd have to cover that up. I understand why some of you don't want to wear a mask anymore, but I'm fine over here. Let me tell you something. When you haven't thrown up in a decade, and all of a sudden your body decides to do so, you don't remember the body movements and the muscles activated in order to get everything up and out of your body. Because I was over that toilet, and I was like, I don't remember these muscles in my neck that are being activated right now. Oh my god. I felt like I was gonna die. Trust me, I like having short hair. It's nice. It's freeing, but sometimes, if there's no volume to it, Because tonight will be the night that I fall for you.
If you watch this show, you don't get bitches. Me too, though. Like, me either. You know, it's just a little something sweet, right?
What TV show cancellation turned you into the cold, heartless monster you are today?
This show was probably one of the only few pieces of media that portrayed high school so accurately that all the situations that happened within the first 2 seasons are just so ridiculous that when you think about them, you think it probably happened in an American high school. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Kiss, kiss, fall in love. Do-do-do-do. Hey. I don't watch anime. It watches me.
Yeah, totally. Yours are like huge. They're huge. They're like mine are like mosquito bites, like on the very first day, and yours are like 2 large zits. Like not even pimples. Like there's dimension. Yeah, it's crazy, and like you don't even need a push-up bra. Like you should just let them free. Yeah, they just can't. Yeah. I don't wear anything. I know, it's crazy. I just kind of let them, do their own thing. They don't really move anyway. So, like, when you put yours together, like, the sweat gather between, because, like, mine don't even touch. They're like my dog's eyes. They go in different directions. No, I'm fine. They're special in their own way.
Why are you asking me what seems to be the problem? You're the cop. You're about to create the problem out of thin air. There was no problem. What seems to be the problem is gonna aspire in 5, 4.
I called 911 yesterday for the very first time, and that was probably the easiest pop quiz I've ever taken in my life. They were asking the easiest questions. What my name was, where I lived, what my phone number was the person breathing? I was like, kinda, maybe, but not quite. I was acing that shit so well. But I don't know, maybe education is for me. Maybe I am a stellar star. Who knows?
What kind of questions should we ask the actors?
We should ask them if they had to describe this season in 3 emojis, what would it be like?
That's crazy.
That's it. That's a good one.
Yeah.
No one has ever asked that before. Yes.
How'd you come up with that one?
Yeah, we should do that one.
I think I'm a well-rounded human being. I think I'm very nice, and I don't judge. But if you are a couple and you choose willingly to cosplay as characters who are siblings, I don't know. That's where I do judge a book by its cover, because I don't want to be seeing Dipper and Mabel kissing at Anime Arizona. Alright? I just don't want to be seeing Supreme Court. More like mid-court.
Stuart Little, no! They got him, holy shit!
You want to control my body?
Well, I'd like to see you try to stop me from doing these sick moves.
Oh, shit.
Ma'am, you gotta stop.
Someone get the police.
Don't do the cool jump. Don't do... Oh, shit.
She's jiggy with it, though. You see that?
Not the kick. Not the...
Oh!
God, if only someone could tell me at what time of the day does the sun set in the west.
At the end of the day, it's
Unpopular opinion, but I like when villains don't explain why they're the villain. I like it when it keeps it mysterious. I don't need your backstory. I just need comfort in knowing that there are bad people out there like me. And not for any reason, just because we feel like it.
Welcome, everyone. Thank y'all so much for joining me this morning. Now, I don't know if y'all been on that TikTok app recently, but there's a new hairstyle going around by them Utah girls called Utah curls. They basically curl their hair up here, and then they leave it straight towards the ends. And and they've been getting a lot of biblical hate recently. People saying, if you're gonna curl your hair, just do it all the way through. Why are you making it look like that? It's unnatural. Not only do I believe that these haters were sent from the devil himself, but I also believe that the reason being is because that hairstyle is what its symbol is like to find the Lord in your darkest times. Isaiah 30:21, whether you turn to the right or to the left, a voice will behind your ears say, this is the way, walk in it. It's as if through all those twists and turns and struggles in life, once you find the Lord, the light of salvation is a straight path to it. And to heaven you will go. And them haters don't understand that. Whenever I see a baby as a thumbnail on like a YouTube video or something, like, I just don't find it, like, interesting. Yeah. Like, I don't want to, like, you know, watch it or anything. Yeah, exactly. Like, I just, you know, I if I wanted to see a baby, I could go to a park. Right. Or a school. Like, those places are open all the time. You can just walk right in and see a kid. Like, there's no security. You can just... Yeah. How many diseases can you fit into a person's body until their ability to think for themselves slowly slips away? It only takes one. Alzheimer's. When's the last time you saw someone with an Audi? Early 2000s, huh? It's been a while. So where are they now? Listen, if you have an Audi, I have no shame. I don't care. It doesn't change my perspective of you. It just alters it. And I would have liked to know beforehand before getting jump scared. And what is a man's place in a Barbie movie? Why are there men in a Barbie movie? Girls only! Why are there men to be degraded? Yeah. Otherwise, there's no purpose for a man to be in a Barbie. I don't feel like I'm spending money using cash. Because. This is why. Because this could be anyone's. Right? This isn't in my name. It used to be, but now anyone can take it. It's up for grabs. It's a free range couple dollar bills. So that's why it feels free. Not to be ageist. But why do old people get bathroom privileges in the sense they can cut in line in front of everyone else? Because they can't hold it? They're the ones with the diapers. I don't have diapers on, right? They're prepared for that situation. I'm not. Hence why I'm standing in line for the bathroom. They're old and fragile. Okay, so why are you making them walk so fast to get to the front of the line of the bathroom? Aren't you deteriorating their bone structure as we speak? When I was younger, I always envisioned that I would be the really hot aunt of all of my friends' children. But now I've come to the terms that I'm going to be a MILF. It's the same direction. It's just a different path.
Where have you been? You haven't posting anymore.
I'm in eczema recovery, bitch. That's why. Look at my hands a week ago. Trigger warning, but like it was my skin color was dissolving at this point. It hurt to like I still can't put my finger straight. The melanin was deteriorating. There was nothing left. It was literally eating at my skin. It was like a bug crawled and started just... That's where I've been. A couple days ago, I was cutting up some onions, and... Well, I don't know. I guess I'm allergic to the onion fumes, apparently, and I just completely broke out. Anyway, this is a couple days later. I'm doing way better. But I've been using this 7-color LED light facial massager off a TikTok shop. The blue color specifically soothes inflammation in calm sensitive skin. So with everything that I've been going through the past couple days, this has been very helpful. It's USB chargeable and it vibrates. That helps massage your face when you use it. So thank you, TikTok shop, for that. Let me tell you something. My skin was so sensitive when I was a teenager that I would have to hold an allergy pill in one hand and
makeup wipes in the other, praying to God that whatever I would put on my face would not break me out and swell me up like a balloon. And after all the blood and sweat and tears and puberty, I finally have found home. But honestly, I'm really glad that, like, I found some sort of good makeup routine now when I'm hot compared to when I was, like, 15. Ooh. When I was 15 and my face was still adjusting to the growth of my body. Anyway, I think that's it. I look good, as usual. Okay, thank you. You know in the Nutcracker where Clara does a little bit more meth than she usually does and travels to Fantasyland and those groups of people start dancing for her and those groups of people are sectioned off and called like the Chinese dance, the Russian dance, the Arabian dance, the Spanish dance, okay? And those dances are very stereotypically, racially, like, you know, well, every year when the casting was announced, there would always be a group of different, you know, kinds of white people going around telling people what they are that year in the Nutcracker, and they would say, I'm Chinese. I'm Chinese this year. I'm Spanish this year. I'm a Spanish. What? Huh? I mean, it's not their fault, but, like, huh? Something that does not make a lot of sense to me in the My Life with the Walter Boys series is Cole calling Jackie New York as a nickname because she's from New York, and then telling her that, like, live a little, New York, or you gotta break the rules sometimes, New York. Live your life. Like, she's from fucking New York City. She has lived 9 lives. From growing up in New York City. What are you talking about? You are from small town Silver Falls, or whatever the fuck it's called. And you operate on a 6-mile radius. Also, the students have, like, a superiority complex over her. They're like, yeah, it's crazy here. It's not like your New York City, is it? They took her to the lake, gave her 1 shot, and started playing Truth or Dare. Yeah, it's crazy here. Shut the fuck up. So I'm in New York City now because my boyfriend lives here. Something I forgot to mention on this account is that I have a boyfriend. We've been dating for over a year now. Moreover, a couple days ago I'm on the subway to go to Barnes & Noble. Not the 4-story one, but the one that like hovers above some sort of grocery store because it's going out of business and everything's half off. So I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll go. So I put on my nice coat. Now, this is a nice blazer NYC kind of Seinfeld coat, something Elaine Bennis would wear, okay? I'm looking so pristine that it looks like I showed up at the dry cleaners and said, just crisp me down all the way through, and I spat back out looking like this. I'm looking good. So I take the streets, I go to the subway, I'm, you know, doing the thing where my hand's here and everyone's going back and forth. Okay, I finally get to my stop, and someone taps me on the shoulder. Now, I turn around, and a girl and a few people around her are looking at me very nervously and scared. So while this girl starts telling me this story, in my head, I've already assumed that she's telling me that I have been pickpocketed, and I'm already going through the list of what I need to get done in order to make sure my cards in that wallet are canceled, getting a new driver's license, getting a new school ID. Like, I'm already in the works as she's nervously, shakily telling me an interesting, fun story. As she continues talking, I then start to think of the idea that maybe that this right here is a distraction and someone is currently pickpocketing me. I don't know. There's a lot of thoughts going in my head, but it's either I'm going to be robbed or I have been robbed. So you can imagine the shock on my face when I find out that she's telling me that a woman had blood on her hands, and when she walked out of the train past me, she wiped her hand on the back of my beautiful coat, and there is blood on my coat, on my back. I wasn't expecting bodily fluids to be on the bingo card, but, I mean, everything was fine. We went home a couple hours later, and we got it off, but I personally have a thing about other people's blood. I'm sure you do, too. You know, maybe for you, it's more of like, you would rather have someone, you know, bleed on you than vomit on you, or vomit or bleed, or, you know, feces, whatever. But for me, it's other people's blood. And so the fact that I was going to my final, like, I was embarking on a journey. I wasn't coming home and, like, on my way home, but it was more of I was going somewhere out for the night, and I'd be walking around with blood on my back.
kind of bugged me a little bit.
And yes, I could have taken the coat off and walked around, but also, it was 25 degrees. And I'm stubborn. Moral of the story, don't wear Calvin Klein on the subway. It's not that big of a deal. Like I said, I got it washed out, like it was fine. But you know, like 3 hours with someone's blood on your back, it twists you in a different way.